Hi friends, welcome back to Crafting and Relaxing. This is Sarah. Today's video is not a tutorial. It is more of a hilarious thing because I thought I would make you a tutorial and turns out I wasn't meant to measure and have a lot of structure, and I'm more of a free spirit for crafting. But I tried something this weekend and I wanted to tell you about it because I think it has a lot of advantages and there are times that it would work great. Kristie Marcotte makes videos where she takes one 6x6 paper pad and makes 25, 30, 40 cards out of it, big numbers. And she sits down and she makes a giant video of it and shows you how they all go together. Her videos are great to watch. She doesn't do audio, just music, but you can sit back and see how things come together. She just makes it look easy. And I thought, I want to try that because I have a lot of 6x6 paper pads and I have a tendency to open them up, make one or two cards, and then move on. I chose one that I really liked, so I thought I would stick with it better. This is Family Ties, and it's made by Pebbles. And I got it at Joann. I did a little bit of a prep for it, probably not enough. My prep consisted of picking up a paper pack at Michael's, the light cardstock to do layering with. This is a 65-pound pack, and I talked about these in another video. I wouldn't normally recommend these for card bases, but in these cards I did use it in some as the base because A, I was running low on bases, and B, when you're doing as many paper layers as I did on these, it makes things more sturdy. There's no ink involved except for the sentiment stamp. There's no water techniques, no paint or mixed media, so you don't have to worry about curling. The reason I don't typically recommend the 65-pound paper packs for beginners is because you can't do everything with them. So I think that's why I say you should get a nice cardstock and stick with it. I'm right now trying to figure out what my new favorite cardstock for card bases is going to be because I had some basil marshmallow and I'm not sure which weight number I had. They sell it in different ones, but it was almost hard to work with, so I'm trying to decide. So anyway, on these, I ended up making 23 cards. I do have some papers left over. Okay, brown. The sentiments, I can chop them up this way so I don't have to use the family words. The family tree. The yellow I liked fine. I just used up all the florals that it was so fun with. And what I did here, I think I would do this again. I'll probably never make you a video of it. What happened was I tried to use card sketches like Kristie does. And a card sketch is something like this. So you'll see there's a diagram, and you can Google card sketches or Operation Write Home, and you'll see the idea of card sketches. Sometimes they give you measurements. There's a couple of different groups that do it. Sometimes they don't. I don't measure a lot. I use a lot of eyeball, like I'll just take strips I have sitting around, or I'll cut a strip and then I'll cut the mat. So it's really hard for me to make 3 cards in a row that are the same, and that's part of the premise of churning out a whole bunch of cards in a row. So I typically cut my card base and then I ended up with a whole bunch of pieces of paper that were the same. And that's what you see this width and this a lot. But it was really hard for me to stay on track and do the same thing. I don't think I have any 2 cards that are the same. And that's pretty much my MO. I don't usually do 2 cards the same. I liked it for churning out a lot of volume, and then you'll see, I'm going to show you, I didn't put sentiments or bling on all of them yet, and I'll have cards sitting around that I could do that with later. Let me just show you some of the things I made. Here's a thinking of you with sequins glued on it, and the sequins I saw this weekend are neat and tangled, and the paper, the colors in here just kind of went with this paper pack, if you see that. So I thought, okay, I'll take them. And so I have some thinking of you. And here's another thinking of you with, I took of course, I've got my pens right here. Silver, Uniball, the Jelly Roll Clear Star, and then a white Uniball. So on this one, I added white polka dots around the Thinking of You to tie it in, and some jewels right there. This one, You Are So Kind, and some jewels. This one has clear star pen and the flowers, pearls, You Amaze Me, and some other glitter puffball things. A different You Amaze Me. This one's inked around the edge. And there's clear star pen or silver pen on almost all of these. You just might not be able to see it. This one is Hello on a yellow, so it shows much better for you to see. All of them are the same stamp. It says Hello in it. But it's blue on light blue on the other one, so you can't see it as well. Some sequins. And then here's an example. This one I've got some sequins on it. It says Hooray. And this one I'm just going to leave the way it is. I could use it this way if I needed to, or I could tailor it to whatever the occasion was, and it would be nice and easy to mail this way. This one has silver stitching and various jewels, all kinds of stuff going on. You Amaze Me, and these sentiments are just from various stamp sets that you might have seen me use in other videos. This You Are So Kind is out of my Dollar Tree find. This one says Happy, 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 and the tree paper is a little more tricky because it's directional, so you want to be careful how you cut those and think about your next cards and the waist. This one I don't have any jewels on because you probably can't tell, but I went a little crazy with the silver pen, the clear star pen. There's a lot going on that one. This one has a bunch of silver, and then these are pretty neat. They're pearlescent, so they're a little bit green, purple, blue. They kind of pick up all the colors depending on the angles. And this one is You Amaze Me, and these are different. These are essentially green pearls. They don't have any adhesive on the back of them, but I used my art glitter glue to put them on. Then let me just show you a few cards where these are things I had sitting around. I had a pinwheel in light blue, so I put it on here. I have a pinwheel video if you want to see how I made that. And this card, I have quite a few of them here that are ready for sentiments and jewels, but I'm just going to leave them because I noticed I was starting to fade. And so here's a pinwheel that I had already. And this is another fun thing that I had created and hadn't put on a card. So I have washi tape and then the blue and white paper and floral. And this is just printed in a 1-inch strip folded with a brad in the middle. This is ready to go, except when I stamp the sentiment, this was just to show you, I'll use a bigger circle punch here, so it'll have more of a statement. And then the same kind of idea here. What I'll probably do is stick right under here a flag with the sentiment, so it's layered up. And this one will probably pop it up a little. And all of these with the metal on them, they have dimension added to them. So there is some dimension on these cards that doesn't necessarily show in the video. I will put a link to Kristie's video down below, and it was a super fun idea. Definitely made a big dent in this paper pad, but I'm not going to start another one tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to my channel down in the lower right-hand video. And thanks so much for your support. I hope you're crafting and relaxing and taking time for yourself. Bye-bye.